4-point kneeling flow. As the name suggests, we're going to be spending a lot of time on that 4-point kneeling position. So if you have any wrist pain or any wrist issues and you want to grab a pair of dumbbells to stack your hands, so we're more like in this position like this, feel free to. If you need to come on down to your elbows at any point, go ahead. You just need you and your mat, and we're going to start at the end of our mat. So let's have our feet directly underneath of our hips. Let's bring our chin into our chest, our belly button into our spine, and we're going to let that head lead the way down for me. Good. Bending those knees as much as you need to in order to make that comfortable. Rolling your shoulders back at the top. Again, chin into the chest, belly button into the spine. Rolling down for me. Let that head be heavy, let the shoulders be heavy. And rolling all the way back up. Good. And if you're doing this workout and it's somewhat early in the morning and you're just woken up, this is a great way just to wake that body up a little bit. Good. Roll those shoulders back. Last one, and we're going to walk out. Chin into the chest, belly button into the spine. We go ahead, we walk out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk all the way back for me for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, I like to roll up between each walkout, otherwise I get a little bit dizzy. And again, chin into the chest, belly button into the spine. Trying to keep our hips as still as possible so they're not shimmying and shaking from side to side. Good. And rolling back up, roll those shoulders back. And last one, chin into the chest, belly button into the spine, rolling down. We're going to walk out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Whilst we're here, let's hold this plank position. Think about looking towards the end of the mat. Think about shoulders being out of your ears, squeezing through those glutes and those quads, so it's a full body exercise. And belly button just lightly pulled up towards your spine. We have another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop down to your knees. Walk your hands underneath of your shoulders, your knees are underneath of your hips. And we're just going to stretch that back out with a little angry cat. So tuck our tailbone, lower back, mid back, upper back, chin, looking towards your navel. Really scooping out that midsection and rounding your spine, and untucking from our tail all the way to the crown of our head. Looking to the opposite wall, bring our shoulders away from our ears. And again, tucking and rounding and scooping for me. Again, looking towards that tummy button. And untucking from our tailbone all the way to the crown of our head. Looking forward to that opposite wall. And last one, we go ahead, we tuck and we round. Imagine a little cactus plant underneath of your tummy. And untucking from our tailbone all the way to the crown of our head. And then go ahead and bring ourselves back into that nice neutral position. We're going to tap into that Pilates breath just for a second. So I want you to relax your tummy for me. Take a nice deep breath in through our nose, expanding the ribs out to the sides and the back. And then as we exhale through the mouth, I want you to gently pull that belly button into your spine. So again, take a nice inhale, expand the ribs like an accordion, and then exhale as we gently pull that belly button into the spine. Last one for me, take a nice deep breath in. And as we exhale, let that breath out. Now from here, I'm going to get you to go ahead. Keep everything looking exactly the same as we reach our right arm up to the opposite wall and lower down. Noticing how nothing in the body can move unless that core gives it permission. Otherwise, we're moving all over the place. We're going to stick with that right side for me. Can we imagine that we have a tray of Starbucks on our back or a pot of tea? We don't want to get burned, so we need to keep everything completely still. We can really feel the obliques really trying to kick in here so that you don't collapse into the side. Nice long neck for me, guys. We've got one more here. And then from here, land the hand down. Again, take a nice deep breath in. Second side, lifting the arm up, floating it to forward and lowering it back down. Now, can we make sure that we're keeping everything nice and stable? So our hip bones are still over our knees. We haven't dumped into that right side. We're pushing our shoulders away from our ears, and that belly button is ever so lightly into that spine. We're going to do one more here for me. One more, and lower down. Reset, shoulders away from our ears. We're going to do the same with the legs now. Take a nice deep breath in. Nothing else moves apart from that right leg floats back. And we skim that knee back down to the floor. Again, we go ahead, we reach it back, and we control it. So it's just tapping down. We're not putting more of that weight back onto that right knee. We have 4. Can we keep looking towards the end of our mat or between our hands? So our neck's really an extension of our spine. And last one here for me. And lower it down. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, left leg. So these movements, these simple movements are actually quite difficult if we do it correctly. Good. Sometimes we kind of rush past them and we think, you know, we're past this. But honestly, if you really dial it in with that technique, it is really quite challenging. Last one, we're going to keep that left leg extended. From here, we're going to float that right arm up for me. Good. Then we're going to lower both down. So back into our traditional bird dog now. Reaching up for me and controlling down. Now, what would it look like if you were more concerned with how long you were getting as opposed to how high you were getting the leg and the arm? Good. How long can you get from the fingertip to your tippy toes? We're going to stay here. Let's pulse just the arm for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just the leg for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower both down. Now, can we check in? Are we still bringing that belly button to our spine? We don't want to think about letting everything relax too much. Now, let's extend that right leg nice and long. Exactly the same. We're going to reach our left arm up this time. From here, we lower both down, trying to keep everything in that body still. Reaching up. Remember that pot of tea we've got on our back? Good. And again, and for any of my royalists or my royal fans, the Jubilee, the Platinum Jubilee has been on this weekend, and that's been exciting to watch. So message me if you've got any thoughts about that. Good, last one for me, reaching up for me. We're going to pulse just the arm for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just the leg for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And both for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower both down. Now I want you to go ahead and I want you to sit back in that rest position. Just really relax those arms, those shoulders, those wrists. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to come back into that 4-point kneeling position. Now, I want you to imagine that we've screwed our armpits in, so our elbows are facing to the wall behind us. We're going to go ahead as we bend just to the elbows, laying our forearms down onto the mat. And we're going to lift back up on an exhale. So big tricep work here. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. And we're not going to rush through this, guys. Noticing how if you rush through the breathing, you end up feeling a bit lightheaded, like you're going to hyperventilate. Good. 3 more. And lifting up, making sure we don't collapse in that lower back. And 2 more. And lift. Last one for me. And lift. Now, I want you to go ahead and extend your right leg nice and long for me. As we lower down onto those forearms, that leg lifts up in line with the body. And as we lift back up, that leg comes back parallel with the body. And again. And we have 5. Good. And 4. Keeping that belly button into the spine. 3 more. Keeping those elbows shining back to the wall behind you. And 2 more. And last one. Can we stay on our forearms and keep our leg lifted? Can we bend at the knee and draw our heel to our bum and then extend our leg out? We flex to curl in and point to come away. We have 5 more, keeping our shoulders away from our ears. 4 more and lower. And 3 more. Good. And 2 more, keeping nice and relaxed in that chin, chest and collarbone. 1 more, keep our leg nice and long. Can we sweep down and tap diagonally with that right leg? And then we're going to sweep back up to that initial point. Come down to that diagonal on the floor and sweep up to that point where we started. We have 5. Whilst we're doing this, can we make sure that our hips and pelvis don't go for the ride? We want to make sure that everything stays still and stable. Good, we have 4 more here for me. And 4, keeping our shoulders out of our ears. And 3, that belly button is lifting up off the floor. And 2, and last one, can we keep our leg up here? Can we go ahead and do small tiny circles for me for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and reverse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Can we lower that leg down? And let's sit back. I think we've earned a little rest. My arms are feeling quite the work. But guys, we have that second side to do. Yes, we do. So we're going to come back up onto the hands. We're going to extend our left leg nice and long so it's in line with the body for me. We're going to lower down onto those forearms. And then we're going to exhale as we lift back up. So again, making sure those elbows are facing to the wall behind you, not out to the walls beside you. Good, nice. We have 4 more here. And 4, and lift, and 3, nice and controlled, and 2, and last one. Can we stay down on our forearms? From here, can we flex the foot and draw our heel to our bum and point as we come away? Flex to draw in and point to come away. We have 5, and reach, and 4, good, and 3, and extend, and 2, and last one, reach nice and long. Tap down diagonally with that leg and sweep up towards that point we started at. And 6, again making sure those hips and the pelvis stay square to the floor so they're not going as well. And 4 more, push away from the floor for me. And 3, neck is still nice and long even though we're getting tired. 2 more. And last one for me, we're going to stay lifted. From here, can we circle that leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and reverse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Can we lower that leg down and sit back in that rest position for me? Good. Pressing down through those palms for me. Getting a nice stretch into the back of the arms, down the side of the back, the armpit area. Good. And we're just going to stretch those triceps out, which have worked so hard. So we're going to face the palms up towards the ceiling. Move our arms so they're close by our head. And bending at those elbows so those fingertips are just touching our shoulder blades. Good. Walk those elbows a little bit closer in towards the head. And we get that nice little stretch, which is well earned. I think you'll agree. Good. And then we're going to go ahead as we come all the way back up. So from here, back up onto our hands for me. Again, if you need to have the elbows down onto the floor, feel free to. From here, we're going to tuck those toes into the floor. Relax our shoulder blades down and out of our ears. And as we exhale, we're going to hover those knees up off the floor. We hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the knees down. Untuck those toes. Now, the second move we're going to do, we're going to take a nice deep breath in, and as we exhale, we're going to hydrant our right leg up to the side and inhale as we lower. Let's do 5 more on this side. Exhaling to lift, inhaling to lower. And notice how slow I'm going actually. So we don't want to rush through these. I really want you to coordinate your breath and your movement. Good. And last one for me. Good. And lower back down. Let's do that second side. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. Left leg comes up. Inhale to lower down. exhale to lift, and inhale to lower, and we have 3. And guys, we've got a special little treat coming up. We're either going to stay for a second set of those hydrants on all fours like this, or we're going to go ahead, we're going to take a nice deep breath in, and we're going to combo. We're going to hover those knees up, stay here in this tabletop position. We're going to lift our right leg into a hydrant and lower. 3 more this side. Can our hips stay facing towards the floor? And 2 more, a little bit of a challenge. And 1 more, switching sides. We have 4. Can our shoulders stay away from our ears though? 3. Can our neck stay long? And 2. And the last one, can we lower everything down? Can we send ourselves back in that child's pose position? And this time, can we get a little rotation? So we're going to thread our right arm underneath of our left armpit for me. Good. Again, if you can bring down your face to the floor, your right cheek to the floor, do so. If you can't quite have that range of motion, that's fine too. Good. Untuck it, and then second side. Left arm underneath the right for me. Good. Breathing the whole time. And come back through center. And from here, we're going to finish off as we started with a little angry cat. So tucking our tailbone, lower back, mid back, upper back, chin. And untucking from our tail all the way to the crown of our head. Look forward. And again, we go ahead as we tuck and we round. And untuck into that cow, looking straight forward. Bring our spine neutral. Go ahead, walk 1 foot back into a full plank, the other foot back while holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to walk our hands back to our feet. Good. Stay in that nice dangled position. And nod our head yes, shake our head no, and when you're ready, roll up for me for 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll our shoulders up to our ears, squeeze back, slide down, and again up to our ears. Squeeze that little IKEA pencil between our shoulder blades, and 1 more, and up and back. And down. And the words you've been waiting for, you my darlings, are all done. Fabulous job, and I will see you next time.